Alright guys, here we have an Anker high capacity lithium ion battery case. This is for the Samsung Galaxy S4, which I have right here. And this is going to give 5,600 milliamps, so just about double the stock battery. So it'll give you about twice the function time. It comes with high quality grade A batteries, and it says it has high power conversion rate of up to 98%, so you're not losing much power as it's getting transferred over. So let's go ahead and get this out of the box, see what it looks like, get it on the phone, and test it out a little bit. Alright, so this is everything we get. We get some pamphlets and instructions and such here. Throw those aside. This is the actual case, and it has a magnetic closer here. And basically this is how big the phone is going to be. So the phone will fit inside of here once I take off the case. So it's going to be a tiny bit bigger than the case I'm currently using, but not all that much really. And we're getting 5,600 milliamps instead of the stock battery, which I believe is around 2,800. I'll look when I take it out to make sure. How this works is we have one battery here, which is 2,600 milliamps, and the case itself has a battery back in here, which is 3,000 milliamps. So together, these batteries are going to equal 5,600 milliamps. So let's go ahead and take my case off my phone and show you how this is going to work. Turn off my phone actually really quick while I'm taking in and out the batteries. And take off the back case here. Where's the easiest way to start it at? Probably down here. And take out the original battery, which is a, let me see the milliamps. It's not saying the milliamps right on the front here, but I believe it's around 2,800. Oh, it's a 2,600 milliamps. So same exact battery as we have here. But you're not going to be able to use the battery. As you can see on the original battery, the connectors are on top. On the new battery, they're on the side here and the top. That's to connect your case to the battery and then the battery to the phone. So you have to use this battery. You cannot use the stock battery. It doesn't have the connections needed. So what we're going to do here is go ahead and put the battery and the phone together and show you how it works. Alright, so to put it together, we're going to go ahead and put our battery in to the phone. And then we put the battery in and we have these slots here to connect to the case. And then we just put the phone into the case. Now I like this better than the ones that use the power cord or the power slot to connect to the new case, because this keeps it not as big. Sometimes those cases make the phone a lot bigger. So now let's go ahead and turn back on the phone. It should turn on. There we go. It just buzzed at me. It's going. And what we're going to do now is just save the case back and the battery somewhere safe. These are not going to be used, so this is just storage right now. And now we're going to have twice the battery life. This case closes and folds real nice. It doesn't make the phone much bigger, like I said. And there's a couple cool features about this case. One being the screen. There is a plastic or glass, probably plastic, screen there. And as you can see, we could see what's going on. If we get a phone call, you can answer a phone call and talk with your phone completely off. And it's a real nice little display there without opening the phone. Now if we open it up, it's going to ask me to put in my password, which I don't have yet. But if you had a password and you close this and then reopen it, it's just going to go back to the screen you were at. It's not going to ask you to put in the password. So that could be a bad thing if you want to keep your phone protected, because if you close this and open it, it's really nice because it goes back to where you were really fast and simple without having to do anything. But if you want the password screen to come back, you have to manually press the off button. Now when you turn it back on, as you can see the screen showing up now, I guess. Now when you turn it back on, you have to swipe. So if you want to enable your password, you got to turn off the phone screen by pressing the power button. And then when you turn it back on, you're going to have to swipe. But as you can see, if you do not press the power button and you close it and then turn it back on, you do not have to swipe. So I like that feature. It makes it quicker and easier to use. However, it's disabling the password also, so just be wary of that. So now we have 5,600 milliamps, more than 2 times the amount of battery. And honestly, the case isn't that big. Should provide good protection, at least as good as my old case did. This time it's at least covering the screen too, so that's nice because I actually had my last Samsung Galaxy S4 screen cracked. So now we have a screen cover. That's nice. It's not the best case probably in terms of safety for your phone. However, it seems to protect it pretty darn good. Slots look all easy to get to. The only thing is the sound volume buttons are over there, so you really have to get your finger in here to hit the sound volume buttons, which isn't a huge deal, but some people might not like that. You can't get it from the outside of the case. The case has to be open to get to those sound buttons. And as you can see, I can function them just fine, but they are kind of hidden in there. You can charge the case and the phone all at the same time. I mean, it just is the phone battery, as you saw. It connected and then went through the case. So it's going to all charge off the phone plug. There's nothing else to do. And now instead of, waking up in the morning and having a really low battery, you might wake up in the morning and have 50-60% left. So it can last a couple days now instead of one day. And it has some cool functionality, like I said, with the answer phone calls right on the screen here. You can quickly see the time and date, see if you have any messages. And, pretty cool. So I wanted to show this case. It's by Anker, which I've used Anker for a while. I have some battery backups made by Anker. And I've had this one for probably almost 2 years now, and it's still going strong. So I know their batteries last, because that battery backup I've used a lot. The only thing I've heard people say, and I could tell right now too, is the back's going to be a fingerprint, magnet. But for me, I don't care. I didn't buy this really for the looks, but it will be a fingerprint magnet. There's a hole here for your speaker, and the microphone people said that might be a microphone. People said that you can get fine clarity with the case closed and everything, so that should all be fine. I'll test it later, but I've heard that the microphone and speaker, you can answer a call and you can talk with the case closed and it's just fine. The camera and flash have big cutouts, so should have no interference there. We'll go ahead and just turn on my camera here so you can see that there's no interference in terms of sight of the camera or anything. So that's nice. So just wanted to show that, guys. Have any questions, let me know. It's the Anker 5600 milliamp battery bank or battery case. Pretty cool.